March 8th, 2013. Another dollar, silver dollar, no, gold dollar, goes into the hopper. Let me tell you about this dollar. There it is. I was given that today by a young guy. Hooked up his internet, and actually he tried to hook it up himself. They got where they'll send out the modem and you hook it up yourself. But he didn't have internet for a couple of days. Couldn't quite figure it out. Came out and found out that it's not connected on the outside of the apartment building. Once I got inside, the wall plate had been painted over, so it wasn't making a good connection. I took it off, and then back behind it, you could see where they had plastered up the back side of the wall. And there's a splitter and a junction in there, so took all that crap out of the wall because it wasn't actually hooked it up, and then it wasn't getting very good signal or strength. So, and then plus he had some cable running from like the bedroom all the way around the living room up to where the computer was by the TV, like we have nowadays. The TV in the front room runs the computer and everything else. But got it up and going, and he had Quest, and he's only getting like 1.2 meg or something. Being a gamer, I knew where he's coming from. So when he said his ping was at 100, it was very hard to get into games, even though he was trying to get into some of the lower ping arenas. And then when we pinged it, once we got it hooked up, it went from his 1.2 meg to over 7 meg. And then the ping came in at 0, and he'd never seen it before. It was like 0 ping. Couldn't believe his eyes. He was just so a younger fella. I'm gonna say he's probably barely 20, early 20s. Just got his first apartment. Talked about moving out of the folks' house, and he was just so pleased that I had went the extra bit and got it up and working and got it running ultra fast that he had to tip me. And he said, I don't got very much, but so sometimes that little bit means a lot. So that was my story of the day. But let's see, last night I noticed on Facebook that the one I posted last night didn't take, so I must not have hit the save button before I logged off, because I seen there wasn't a March 7th entry. So I reposted that, so that's in there from last night, and then of course tonight. Got a call from my mother, and my niece is visiting her, and just found out that set her up with a Facebook account. So 80-year-old grandma finally got into the 21st century and got a Facebook page. So welcome to the world of Facebook, because once you're in, you're never going to leave. Believe me, you're in for good now. Now if I just get my brother to sign up, we'll just be one big happy family again. But he'll just have to chime in on his wife's account, and then maybe not. Maybe she won't want him to chime in on her account. But anyway, I'll have to be a little bit more selective on what I say, because I don't, since I know my mother's watching now. But who cares, right? It's all just hearsay and their say. Let's see, what was I going to talk about? Oh, some of the things that I remember, and I'm going to talk about my mother for a bit, so I'm going to get her embarrassed here. But some of the things I remember, I run over in my head, memorable quotes, and I remember I got a picture of Lori when she came up to visit, and I don't remember the year, but I remember we was up in Duluth, and you should remember this, Lori, that the seagulls, you'd hold the bread up and they'd come and they'd grab that bread right out of your hand. But right before saying goodbye, I remember we were standing up on something high. I can see we're standing there, and I remember my mother telling the story before you came up, or when you was there. She was saying that your Lori's mother and father sat her down on the couch and said, "Now you're going to go up and see your uncle, and we want to tell you that he's living with a man, and he's gay." And then she said the funniest. She said, "I've only known that all my life." So thought that was quite funny, especially the way Grandma tells it. It was really, really funny. But sometimes I was looking. I found an old VHS when Mother came up, and I'm going to say is 89. She came up with the guy that works at all the postal offices, James, and we did some video. She had a VHS tape, and I found the tape when she moved. I found these 2 tapes that had some stuff that we'd recorded then, and when we went to a lot of places. I'll talk to them about that by itself, because that'll take a half a day. But she was visiting, and that's when we had our shop in Blaine there. And I remember there was because it shows, I was watching it, and there was a Mercedes sitting in the garage and a Porsche, and I was climbing in, getting ready to back it out, and Gordon was telling her about that Porsche, and she says that like the front porch or the back porch, and he goes, "No, it's Porsche." But again, Mom, very good, very humorous. Other than that, I'm going to leave it with the song. There's more of these come along. This is Barbra Streisand, and I was looking up the date, and this came out in, believe it or not, 75. So almost. I thought the movie said it came out in 73, but it's showing it's 1975. Barbra Streisand, The Way We Were, and I remember my mother taking me to see Funny Girl, Funny Lady. I remember some of the early movies that she used to take me out, and would go to a movie every once in a while. So this one's Memories, The Way You Were, Barbra Streisand, and where are we? March 8th, 2013, and welcome Facebook Mom.